So it's time to take this very important issue up. So we did it before, excuse me, and we have to do it again. So how many of you is aware already that the Lagos State government, excuse me, is back seizing people's vehicles and auctioning them over traffic offenses. Can you see that man crying? Did you see that man crying there? Did you see that man? Okay. I just want to do something real quick. I want to show you or remind you, if you have been going for long, my own particular experience when me long ago, when LASMA tried to impound my car just because I saw a friend by roadside. I pulled up, quickly picked him, and I was going. They blocked me. It was a bus stop at Maryland. Okay, a bus stop at Maryland, and they were also downful drivers, which is another question altogether. Do these laws only apply to private vehicles? Because there are downfalls, yellow buses parking at my front, parking at the bus stop. They were even the ones I saw, and I knew that was a bus stop. I pulled up. I saw a friend who was waving me, oh, hello. I pulled up to pick the guy. And they call themselves BRT Task Force. They pulled me up. They were asking me for bribe. I didn't pay. I said, I'm not going to do that. Just because I found a friend by roadside and I'm going to assist him doesn't mean I'm going to pay you 25K. They then took me to they said, if you don't want to pay 25K, you are going to pay more at LASMA office at Oshodi. I followed them. I say, oh, me. Because I no commit offense. I no enter BRT lane. There was even no BRT lane on that road. Some of you know that Mobolaji Bank, Anthony Way from Maryland, as if you are going to Ikeja, from Maryland to Ikeja. That road, Naimu. I see a friend by roadside. I saw commercial vehicles already on that bus stop. So I joined them to pick that guy who flagged me to pick him up. Then this happened. Oh yeah, watch. This thing must happen again. In fact, that thing where I want to do that time, where they beg me, make I not do. It be like now the time we go do am. Nine one can start now because of the trending issue.
Man, whatever they meant by that, at that point, I did not know yet. So they then said, okay, enter his car. 2 police officers entered my car. They asked my friend to go to the back. He complied. One sat at the front beside me. One even wanted to drive the car. I also wanted to sit at the back. But he said, no, come and drive your thing. I took the key. I took the steering. We continued. Then, as we were going, they asked me to turn back towards Maryland and face Oshodi. I complied. Then they started asking me questions. Should we take you to the office, or do you want to do normal? I said, do normal. Sorry, what is do normal? I've been doing normal with you. I've been cooperating. I've complied with everything you wanted me to do. What do you mean by do normal? Now, because they now saw dashboard camera mic on my dashboard, and they were like, oh, looks like this man is depressed. He then said, the other one then tapped him and said, if he does not know the meaning of do normal, leave him. Let's go to the office. If you get to the office, LASMA will give you tickets, and they will take you to court. It was then it started dawning on me. Yeah, really emotional management. They wanted to be managing my emotion. If we take you to to the office, this will happen to you, that will happen to you. I'm like, is it not law anymore? Just face the law now. So, see, stop asking me whether I did video recording or not. You know why? My phone was down, and they were monitoring my phone and monitoring everything. They wanted to be sure you are not recording. I'm not also supposed to be confrontational, because they will say, hey, because at that point they were asking themselves, so is he a gentleman? And you know what that means? Is he a gentleman means if you start recording them, they will start talking to themselves. He's not a gentleman. Tow him, do everything. So you don't also want to make them feel. You don't also want to make them feel like you want to be confrontational. So, officer, this is my colleague. He flagged me down by the roadside. Is stranded. I picked him. How is that? Anyways, to cut it short, I followed them to LASMA office at Oshodi. Then the policeman who took me there wanted to start. Let me show you some clips. I now started filming. At this point, I knew OTD Gobe, Shegun, OTD Gobe. I now decided, Shegun, you have to start filming discreetly. Don't allow them, because the moment we drove in, even when I wanted to make call, to call lawyer and everybody, they said, no, you are not allowed to press phone, make call or do anything here. You have to go outside. And I'm like, are you doing something shady or secret here? How come you don't want anybody to make call here? It doesn't make sense to me. So at that point, I understood what was going on. Let me play some of these clips and explain some of these discrete videos to you. 1 second. I'm having issue. Okay. Just hold on. I'll explain everything that happened in the following footages. So let me show you the first clip. Now let me pause. The first video you saw there are other people that were similarly arrested. He then started looking to me like, oh, there's an aggression. Maybe because of the layer that is coming. There's an aggression to clamp down as many people as possible, whether they offended or not. Because they needed they were on a spree. They were on a mission for a desperate revenue generation drive. Desperate revenue generation, and I'll explain it. After I saw the mass of people and vehicles they have brought to that place, and they were still bringing in more. In fact, the gate could no longer close because my own car was the last, and they were still bringing more. So the last clip you just saw, you see that they have now started parking cars on the road. They just wanted money from everybody. Then I now saw another person who said, oh, I know you, I follow your channel. I was trying to pick a colleague by roadside. Similar thing. And then they blocked me. I said, it's the same experience I had. From Maryland, they brought me to Oshodi. Hear him.
That's the same reason I'm also here. So we have to address this issue. And we have to. We can't continue like this.
I followed you.
No, we can't continue like this. I got up for a Gomo. This is nonsense. Look at people that are going to work and they are delaying in the morning.
Now, I don't want to show his face. That's why I discreetly recorded, without his face. He said he follows me on YouTube. I think he's the same person that is currently commenting as Sibo Ellen. Somebody said he paid 221. Okay, you are reporting another person. I don't know. If that person is online now, he should also comment. I want to know how his own case ended. That person I just played his tape now. At this point, I now decided to start this filming this because OTD Bushida. Then the next thing, the officers who handed me over to the LASMA were leaving. I then went to accost him. You cannot leave me now. Who are you handing me over to? Who am I talking to from here? He then took me to one officer, one LASMA guy. Now, look at what happened with that last man guy now. Just watch what happened.
This is my case. I already.
No problem. No problem. Later, wait for me. Make I finalize it.
Now that's my car. Now what happened in this video is that he only collected my key, nothing more, and he started snapping the car. He wants to take the detail and is going. Share Ali, sorry, that is me asking him. Share Ali, sorry, let me rewind that a bit. Let me rewind that a bit.
Ṣẹ́rí lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ náà ẹ má bínú ṣé a lè sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn ọlọ́lọ́ yẹn tó ń lọ yẹn ló gbà.
Now let me explain that. I was expecting at least they handed somebody over to you. You don't want to talk to me. You only wanted my key. Okay, I handed it over because I'm not a troublesome person. I was still being a gentleman. I handed him my key. Then I was asking at least, Alice, or at least, can I explain myself? Can I explain what happened? You are BRT monitoring team. I was not on a BRT lane. You accosted me, brought me to your office, and you are not a policeman brought me here, and you did not even want to hear me. And he was just going. He said I should wait. I should not follow him. He then went straight to what I later understood to be their cash office. Cash office. At that place, they don't want to hear your story again. They will just write you receipt. PM, they don't want to know what happened to you. Now this is it. I then when they came back, I said, so Kilo Marshal Lensi. He then said, just go to that office. That is a cubicle. He said, ask for GGO. Now look at the office. This is the office. You can see the inscription on that office is BRT monitoring team. Let me play that again. BRT monitoring team. Look at it. Let me play that again, just so everybody can see it. Let me pause it here. BRT monitoring team. Now I entered the office. This is the man I met in the office. Now this man, I've been hearing this thing for a long time, but it never. I felt maybe they were just exaggerating, Jerry. I don't think it's as serious as this. But today, now my own turn. I'll tell you what we are doing already. I've started mobilization. All the oppressed people who are falling victim in the hands of all these people, you're not going to take it easy. You have started mobilization. I don't mind forfeiting that car. I really do not mind at this point again, because I can't. Do you know what I went through today? I left my car, and I'll tell you how I ended up leaving my car there. Let's continue. This is another clip. The person I met in the office, here, part of the conversation we had.
Okay, fine. But then, I'm not even here to say because I pay or I did not pay. But what I'm saying is, then I now got here, they then said I was arrested by BRT obstruction. I said I've never gone on BRT lane before. I was not on the BRT
What's your
lane.
vehicle's number?
BV second, sorry.
582 IBC.
That green Benz there at the gate. Yes.
Brand.
Yes, sir.
They've given you a referral.
So that's exactly what I'm saying. If they said BRT obstruction patrol arrested me, and I'm like,
The offense given to you was not ground, but willful obstruction.
willful obstruction. I didn't obstruct anybody, sir.
So that is it.
Okay, 1 second. Now I was trying to explain to him because while we were driving to the office, the police officers had said, do you want to do normal? I said, what is do normal? They said because I didn't want to do normal, I should go. I later interpreted that do normal to mean, did I want to pay them and avoid going to the last mile office to go and collect tickets? He now said, since I don't have evidence of that, I should not say it. Okay, so what will now happen? He then said the following. Listen to it.
All they said was obstruction. So you have every right. Actually, you've been referred to the court.
I can't respond. BRT. So what fine line? What is the fine line so that I will
Legal
know
obstruction is 50,000.
as a fine? But if I want to go to court,
But the only thing I'll tell you is this. You can go to court. That is where you can only get favor. Okay. And that's where you can choose the fine or tell you, go.
okay, how soon is this court going now?
Yeah, my fear now is court is supposed to sit tomorrow. But you know there's public holiday tomorrow. So before court can sit now, will be next week Tuesday.
So I will now have to cough out 50,000 naira because
The choice is yours.
Now, let me explain what happened there. He said willful obstruction is what they gave me, not that I actually obstructed a BRT lane. So, why give me the fine of a BRT offender for just to rescue somebody by roadside? So that means henceforth, anybody who says anybody by roadside cannot rescue them again. Is that how it is in Lagos? No wala. Now, okay, what is the next level? He said, I've been given a referral. That means I've been referred to court because I refused to pay the policemen who brought me on the road. Oh. The offense, now the consequence is that I will get to last mile office. If you now get to last mile office, last mile will now deal with you, giving you a referral to court. Okay, when it's court, I'm ready to face court. He said, unfortunately for you, court is not sitting tomorrow because it is public holiday for Ileya. So that means it would have to be next week. So the choice is yours. Do you want to pay 50,000 naira or do you want to wait for court? I said, well, my mama, my papa, I no even get 50,000 to give them for Ileya. Now you, we don't set 7.5% tax on consumption, 6% tax on rent, stamp duty, all sort of taxes everywhere and levies. Shey na you want to come collect 50,000 naira from me without creating job or anything meaningful? I go come give 50,000 naira to you. Now you buy my fuel when you have even increased fuel price. Your government, I'd rather just forget about it. I then said, okay, I'll prefer the option of court because I am not interested in paying 50,000 naira. If I even get 50,000 naira as I did so, I'll prefer to give it to somebody who does not even have, so that they can start picking their lives from there. Not to you, maybe say you just want to be collecting money from everybody, every avenue you see on the road. No. That is an obnoxious policy. To say somebody cannot pick a friend they see by roadside is an obnoxious policy. And it's inhuman. I'm not going to, give myself in for that. And they said, okay, the choice is yours. He drove me out of his office that he wanted to attend to another person. I stepped out. Then I came back and said, sorry, I want to pick something from my car because I have to continue my journey. I'll leave the car for you until next week. He then said, this is the cash office. If I can show you the office again, but you can play back too. In that office, he has POS and people were coming to pay. Yeah, he said this is a cash office. That all he deals in here is to collect his cash. He is not to listen to any intervention or give anybody key or do anything. I said, but they said they submitted the key to you, and they gave you. You are the one who wrote the referral. It's in your front. He said, no, I should go and meet the people who brought me. The people who brought me are policemen who had returned to the road to go and bring more customers for them. So where are the policemen? They are nowhere to be found. I started disturbing everybody. They said go and meet the civil defense at the gate. The civil defender said at the gate said I should go back to where I was coming from, that they don't hold key. They now started pushing me from one section to the other. It then became clear that they don't want me to access my car again. They don't even want me to pick anything from the car again. Okay, at this point, it's already very clear that you people are not interested in humanity. You are only interested in that cash, because that man told me point blank that this is a cash office. I only deal with cash here. Alright, fine. Omoba, if you give me 50,000 naira, I will not go and give last man. I'm so sorry, because I've already started mobilizing people. I've called lawyers. I've spoken. I won't mention names. I've spoken with lawyers today. Connecting civil society organizations, social media influencers who are activists. I don't mind forfeiting the car. If you give me that money, I will take it to Omoba. If you give me that money, I will take it. But I'm not going to pay last man my shishi. I will not give them my money. Nah, them go pay me. Because let me now tell you what happened last. Let me show you what happened here. Just watch this video and I will explain what happened there to you. Or before I even explain, okay, let me mute the volume of that video and be explaining what happened to you in this last video. Now, in this video, let me mute it. There is a guy I saw who suddenly came. That's my car. They are driving out of the premises. I saw them driving my car out. That's my car, green Benz. Now this guy standing that you can see, folding his arm, he came to bail this car out without paying shishi. All the policemen that were there were saluting him. So I decided to move closer to him. Oga, that is my car. They drove out to take that car out. He said he has no business with me. He said I should get out of his sight. And the police officers also tried to muzzle me out of his front. It looked like somebody they all respect. And then it occurred to me that car is, I think, his own friend's car that last man impounded, and his friend had called him, and he gave mouth for that place. So he went to last man's office and told them who arrested this car, bring it out. That was what happened there. He brought the car without paying a dime. That means intervention is possible. If intervention is possible, why should I pay last man 50,000 naira? No, if intervention is possible, why should I pay? That guy came to rescue a car without paying dime. All the policemen were saluting him. That means intervention is possible. So why should I pay? For what? What is my own offense? In fact, I don't even know the offense of that car that guy came to release without paying shishio. I don't know the offense that car committed. That he drove my own car out to rescue his own. I don't know what offense he committed. It might even have been more grievous than just picking somebody by roadside. Excuse me, we can't continue living in oppression. How much does an average Lagosian earn per month to be able to save 50,000 naira every day to bail himself out of such, to wriggle out of such problem every day? Me, I don't mind forfeiting that car. I don't have any other car, but I don't mind leaving it. Gentlemen and ladies, I do not mind leaving that car. But I will not go back there and pay 50,000 naira or any amount for that matter. I will not. I would rather decide for myself that I want to mobilize all oppressed people who have been similarly exploited or extorted by Lagos state governments under their desperate revenue generation drive, by I know they give them. I'm sorry. Give them money. Money for what? Wetin I buy? I'm not their customer. I'm sorry. Their desperate revenue generation drive and all those victims of extortion. Do you know? I've been hearing about this thing since Fashola days. That some people who are just trying to survive because they are hawking inside the traffic. In the traffic, hawking gala 100 naira, and water, pure water 10 naira, sachet water, and water 50 naira. Task force will just come, swoop on them, pick them, arraign them before a mobile court. And guess what? They will ask them, mobile courts will be billing them exorbitant fees. And the person who is not able to pay will be sent to Kirikiri. Small poor boys. Oh, I've been hearing this for long. Small poor boys. And I remember Femi Adeyeye, that student activist at Unilag, once when he was in Kirikiri, met some of them and later assisted some of them to come out. Do you understand? Now what I'm saying is this. Sanwo-Olu, Lasma, release my car. Me, I know they pay. I don't mind sacrificing that car and mobilizing people against this nonsense. Because you are extorting people. You are exploiting poor people. You are making life difficult for people and you still want to kill them. For what? The roads are bad. People are paying through their nose. They will pay toll. They pay toll. They pay tax. They pay value-added tax on food. They pay stamp charges in bank. Now they will pay NIPOST fee. Now they will pay 6% every time they pay rent to landlord. They will still pay 6% of it to government again. Now you still want to go on the road, impounding people's car to be paying 5,000 naira, 50,000 naira because they try to rescue fellows on the road? No. Kojo. It's inhuman. That policy is obnoxious and I'm not going to submit to it. I am ready to forfeit my car to challenge this. Yeah, I'm ready to forfeit my car and challenge this. I'm not going to give in. I'm sorry. I will start mobilization immediately. Release my car. Oh. I know the joke. Oh. See my face. So I not be your customer. Oh. I not be your customer. Check my face where. I not be your customer. That's all I have to say for now. Let me take comments. Oga, be careful. We know they dey careful since. See, I can't be careful of a mere mortar. Sanwo-Olu is a mortar. He will not be the first governor or the last governor in Lagos State. So what are we saying? I'm not afraid of any mortar. It's enough already. It's enough already. We can't have it like this anymore. Going forward, it's no longer going to be like this again. I don't mind forfeiting their car. That car, I can forfeit it. I don't mind. But I'm ready to mobilize. Let me take questions. Shegun, I guess all we need to do is stay with him and his co-government officials on there. I don't understand though. Somebody said unless they release your car, I should insist. They will release it though, because I'm not going to collect it. Agbola says we are fearless and our voice must be heard. They are not. See, I can't give in. Me, I know they pay that money. Say I will love to be a part of legal battle. Of course. God bless you, Kalhame. DSS is watching. They are welcome. They are regular customers. You know, they are always on this channel. Brain Melissa says, Shegun no going back. Maybe this will even help revolution. It doesn't matter. Revolution has been long overdue. I'm not even talking about the revolution they have been hearing. But the revolution of people, oppressed people, saying enough is enough. I'm doing my own personal revolution of I'm not taking this oppression. That's what I'm saying. You must say, please mobilize. We can't take this. We can't take this anymore. It has started already. Somebody say, when are we going to do that? Oh, it has started. Don't worry. Pretty Blessing say, I support your move, bro. I'm not afraid of anybody. Olola Adeoluwale say, Shegun, keep the fire burning. Sanwo-Olu is busy looking for a small kid while there's chaos in Lagos. I'll give them the small kid they are looking for. Worship Media, you're welcome. Dr. Chidi. So somebody said, I hope you don't have valuable in your car. They didn't even allow me to access my car. I have different gadgets in there. They didn't allow me to access it. They are just looking for new customers that were coming in. They didn't want to attend to me, so I left them because I had to go ahead and do my own street outreach. I will upload the video of the street outreach later tomorrow. You know, Shegun, I'll stand with you and the decision made. What more can they do than what they're already doing? Omar Sumo. They are not even asking me for 21,500. They are asking me for 50,000. Did you hear that video? Should I play it back? He's saying it's either I go and face court or pay 50,000 naira. Somebody probably wants me to play it back. Let me look for that. Oh, just listen to this.
All they said was obstruction. So you have every right. Actually, you know, referred to the court.
BRT. So what fine line? What is the fine line that I will know?
Obstruction is 50,000.
As a
Did you hear that? Willful obstruction is 50,000. Me give Sanwo-Olu. Me, I no be Sanwo-Ogbo. Me on Sanwo-Ogbo. Me on Sanwo-Ogbo. Me, I no be Sanwo-Ogbo. Me on Sanwo last mile. Forget story. Look face so. I feel leave that car. Forget. But waiting I go do. All the people you have been extorting and oppressing, we will mobilize everybody. It's enough. If you have been doing it for long and people have been paying and you have been going with it, it's enough. Oh. Me, I no send. I go face your court. I not send. Whatever the court wants to say is fine. I'm ready to forfeit that car, but it's enough. Seize my own car for what? I enter your BRT. Waiting concern your BRT. Make an overreact yet. She can calm down. I was cool all the morning with your men. They were doing nonsense. They are using me to play joker. Can I take things in my car? This one will direct me to that one. That one will send me back. This one will send me to that one. That one will send me back. Me. Okay. I'm done with this broadcast. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now. I'll leave you with Larry Safari. The song is Vagabonds in Power. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Underdog, freaky, at the vex. Nigeria is stuck with leaders who can move this country forward. But if you talk, you go die. If you no talk, you go die. I'd rather talk. Anytime I talk, then they try to stop me.